Well, looks like I was a little bit too hopeful with my planned resignation from yapping about Vivzy Pop all the time. Cause see, I was annoying myself when I was talking about Has-Been every other day, and the mania hasn't stopped or even slowed. But let's talk about the other one. You know, the poorly written one. I would like to talk about the thing that dropped 2 episodes while I was on hiatus that I didn't talk about because I was too busy sobbing, because of course I was, as was everyone. And instead, I want to talk to you about the short. Now, I understand that the point is, I guess, to tide over, the gullible masses while they work on making subpar content. But see, the thing about that is, I feel like it's just filler. Now, here's what I mean, right? The first Helluva short, it expanded on Sally Mae, a fan favorite. Which, makes sense. That's what a short should do. Focus on things you can't really build on in the actual show because it would distract from the plot or make things too convoluted and stupid. It should still serve a fucking purpose. It should still make, actual sense as to why it exists. But, Mission Antarctica over here. Let's just say, right, I have no problem anymore with critiquing the writing of the show, because now that my own writing has been spewed out into the public eye, I feel fairly confident in saying that Mission Antarctica is fucking shit. It accomplishes nothing. It serves no purpose. It's poorly written, it's stupid, it's dumb, I hate it. Let's take it a step further, right? Let's include, a friend of mine pointed out when I was yapping about this on Discord, as I always do before I make one of these silly little rambling videos. He pointed out very accurately that one of the main things that it did that, actually served a purpose was showing that Blitz can't control his little stone here, which, fine. That's fine. Yeah, that's even, hell, I'll say it's good. It's a good idea to have that be a thing that progresses, but there's no reason for that to be crammed into a 4-minute short that doesn't need to exist. Here's what I mean, right? You could, 2 alternatives, right? I will provide 2 alternatives to make a better short, or just not make this one. Alternative 1, don't make it, and just have it be a little short stint in an episode, because that would not distract from the actual episode. It would make sense. You can work that in if you are at least half competent, which is, questionable. I'm not a big fan of that either. I had a fucking beautiful idea when I was rambling, right? You remember a while back that one video where someone prayed I would die in the comments? That's one specific episode of season 2 that everyone hated fairly universally because it served no purpose. It's Unhappy Campers, and that name still haunts my dreams. But Unhappy Campers was fucking dog shit, right? And I'm not just piling on again like a year after the fact. I'm instead pointing out that they could have done everything that Unhappy Campers did, which was very little, in a short, and had that little Blitzo struggling with his rock thing in there. Because what happens in Unhappy Campers? In terms of, things that actually, had some sort of effect on anything. We get Femboy Moxie and Tomboy Millie, or whatever the fuck you want to call him, and we get introduced to Blitz's sister. 3 things that happen. You could very easily cram that into 5 minutes, 6 minutes, with no fucking problem. Have the thing with the little teleport stone in there as well. Instead of having a shitty episode and a shitty short, you could have had one good short. It would have been functional, short, straight to the point, and most importantly of all, Unhappy Campers would not exist, which is the main goal here of my personal, crusade. Mission Antarctica fails as a short, and it fails as something to tide me over while I wait for the other episodes. Because, I'd say it's fair to say that I'm, interested with where the story goes in general. But when you fucking shovel horseshit in my face and say that it's developing characters, you can go fuck yourself. Hell, you could use this to build on any background characters that people like, any side characters that people like, or don't get enough screen time because they just don't fit in to the story at all. Or at least not yet. You could easily do that. What you could have done is given us a bunch of shorts about Blitz and Fizz learning to, like, trust each other again or some shit. Fucking anything but this. This is trash. This is literal garbage. So I ask you, was it a good video? Because I don't think it was. Quite frankly, Vivian and, what's his name? Brandon? I am of the opinion that you guys have no idea what the fuck you're doing, or you're just trying to con your audience into thinking that you're making good content when you're making subpar trash. Because don't, like, I don't know. I personally have the opinion of don't try to tide me over. I can wait. What I can't do is look past, you know, bad content. That bothers me a lot more than waiting. So, you know, make your U2s, make your limited edition scam merchandise that's overpriced as shit and doesn't, like, ship to, like, you know, a real EU country that exists, but fuck you, I guess. I can ignore that. I can ignore the greed. What I can't ignore is the fucking, like, just actual herpes tier of what you're putting out here. Yeah. If you've made it this far, I hope that at the very least, that you can coherently argue for me, against me, or just say neutral statements. What I don't like is when people don't actually make an argument and they're like, they try to sound like they make an argument and instead they're just like, you're stupid and wrong, and then, like, pretend that that's like a thing that just matters, like an actual honest response. But I mean, hey, to each their own, and if you feel like living out your rage on me, fine. Just, I ask you to ponder to yourself, you mad at me, or are you mad at the fact that the show is bad? Thank you and good night.